went to the fair today, to our little town fair. It's farmer's market, and I got zucchini today. They were $1.50 a piece. Now, I know better than anybody how much work went into raising these zucchinis. How miraculous it is, actually, that the squash bugs didn't get the plants before the farmers got the fruits. And I'm thankful that I got a few, but $1.50 a piece for these. Last year they couldn't give them away. I was getting 3 for 50 cents. That shows how much of a difference. I talked to quite a few of the small farmers, the organic farmers. Their produce is extremely expensive. But you know what, I don't argue anymore. Not since I started gardening. I understand how much work goes into that. I talked to many of the farmers and they said if they wouldn't have been able to water their plants wouldn't have made it.
The worst drought since 1988 has now claimed 1,584 counties in 32 states as disaster areas. First, it hit the Corn Belt, sending prices to an all-time high. Not good news to the farmers who use the corn to feed their livestock.
There were people that were selling corn, sweet corn, and that was going for $6 a dozen. Now last year it was $4 a dozen. A few people were opening up the corn, you know how people look at it, and the ears were very irregular. And the farmer said that was because of the watering, not having the proper water.
The most severe drought is directly under a powerful area of high pressure over the central and southern plains, where the drought began to intensify in late June. Look how it's rippled across the country.
I learned a lot while I was at the farmer's market, so it was worth my $4.50. But I had went there thinking I was going to maybe get a case of zucchini, but it doesn't look like that's going to be in the cards this year. So I'm going to make do. I did get a few zucchini out of my garden before the squash bugs totally destroyed it. I will make do with what I have. I have some dehydrated zucchini, and I will make do, and I will make do with this. What I like to do with the bigger zucchini is slice it into strips, very thin strips, and then I like to dehydrate it. And I use that for lasagna noodles. I also like to shred my zucchini. That's what I have out of my few fruits that I got off of my plants. And I like to make zucchini bread and muffins and pancakes. So there's not going to be a lot of that this year. But where my concern is talking to the farmers. They said that the problem we might have is that they're expecting another mild winter. Now, a mild winter means more bugs in the summer. Without a good winter, you have more bugs in the summer, and you have a low water table. We're already in drought conditions. We already are really being overrun by bugs, and we already have a low water table. If we don't get a good winter, we're going to have a problem. So you might be thinking, well, Debbie, why are you telling us this? You're always so positive. I am positive. I am positive that you need to go out and get as many preps as you can right now before the prices skyrocket. Do I know? I'm not a guru and I'm not psychic. Some people think I am, but I'm not. I just got an idea by harvest time, by November, we're going to see prices through the roof. Jason from 1952 Jeep, he's a farmer and a rancher. That's a very good site on YouTube, 1952 Jeep. Jason always answers questions. If it wasn't for him, I don't know what I would have done this year. I wouldn't have gotten anything. And I'm thankful to him, very, very thankful to him. The other person I'm extremely thankful to is Cat's Cradle, because Sue taught me about Back to Eden, and Ted and I are going full force to get our gardens up to that level. It'll still take a few years to get really great, but it'll be a lot better than it was this year. regardless of water, your plants stay pretty moist, and we're going to try that method next year. What did I learn this year? I learned that never count your chickens before they're hatched. You know, I had all kinds of ideas what I was going to do with everything I was growing. Wasn't to be. So now, am I a prepper or am I a whiner? That's the question. Am I going to do what needs to be done? Or am I going to cry in my soup because it just didn't work out my way? Well, that's not going to happen because that's not me. I'm going to find ways around this, and I'm going to share it with you. So my first advice today, and you don't have to listen, but if you do, great, is go out anywhere you can and start getting stuff. If you have friends that have gardens, tell them, don't throw anything away, give it to me. Don't be shy about it either. Just go on. Go ask farmers. I don't think they have much, but you could ask them if you could clean the edges of the crops. There's nothing wrong with that. And most really appreciate you cleaning that up. I don't know if they're going to have anything left over like they normally do. Go to the stores, buy up what you can. Get regular canned goods. Those are good for 2 years at least. Get everything you can, friends.